check on
How's it looking?
Need some time.
Time is something David and Caitlin Feigenbaum wish they had a lot more of.
Very good.
Together. She's a busy fashion sales executive.
Lots of blood vessels.
He's an even busier physician scientist.
He does work 24/7.
But they're not complaining.
I just have to remind myself it could be a lot worse.
Like when time almost ran out on David more than once.
I have this disease that's, tried to kill me 5 times.
And somewhere in between, a cancerous tumor removed from his liver, just as potentially deadly as Castleman disease.
I've said goodbye to her, thinking that I would never see her again.
I didn't think it was the end.
None of this deterring the young couple from marrying.
Yeah, it's amazing. She hasn't left my side this whole time.
People would ask, how do you do it? But what else am I gonna do?
Fight as hard as her trailblazing husband. So what are you showing me here? What's this?
These are Castleman disease lymph nodes.
This is where we first met Dr. and patient Feigenbaum about a year and a half ago at work in his lab at the University of Penn.
And this is actually my disease flare.
He was using himself to make landmark discoveries in understanding and advancing the fight against Castleman disease.
Yeah, we had found that really, rather than thinking about the enlarged lymph nodes as being tumors turning on the immune system, we figured out actually it's the immune system causing the lymph nodes to grow.
His immune system repeatedly becoming overactive and attacking his body. He started documenting how it overwhelmed his organs during these frightening near-death episodes.
As I had my flare, we got a lot of data on what was happening, what was going on in my blood, and what my immune system was doing. So all the drugs that have been tried for Castleman disease didn't work for me.
What now? Dig into that data he collected.
Based on a few patterns that I found, I thought maybe this drug, a drug that had never been used in Castleman's before, it's used in kidney transplantation to suppress the immune system. I thought maybe we could try it. And Caitlin and I both just felt like we got to try something. And
nothing else worked.
So Dr. Feigenbaum is doing it.
To be honest, I wasn't all that confident that it was going to work.
The former athlete turned Penn researcher, professor, and Wharton MBA is experimenting on himself. And now, another milestone.
It's been 3 years without a relapse, so more than twice as long as ever before.
Still not enough for David Feigenbaum. He says too many doctors have never heard of or know how to recognize Castleman disease.
Up until a couple days ago even, there had never been a diagnostic criteria for Castleman disease. There had never been a checklist.
Now there is, and you can read more about it in the current edition of the medical journal, Blood.
What needs to be done?
Dr. Feigenbaum lectures about his incredible journey and progress.
And I'm literally dying in this picture in the intensive care unit just across the street.
His story featured this week in the New York Times, and there's more.
We're also now thinking about translating our research into trying to identify additional drugs that may work for patients, and even testing the drug that's working for me on more and more patients.
All that takes a lot of money, and that's where fundraising galas and Caitlin, as head of communications for the Castleman Disease Collaborative Network, are helping to double the numbers of volunteers, patients, doctors, and scientists, and those donations from around the world. Next,
we want to have a family. That's definitely top of our list of things.
His future is still uncertain. A cure? Not yet. Their fear is not gone, not at all, but it won't stop David and Caitlin from loving and living.
He is very special. I'm very grateful that he's doing so well and that he works so hard.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Joyce Evans, Fox 29 News.